Hello guys, Stan here from Dan's Tech, and in today's video guys I'm going to be bringing you my next Q&A video. So today guys, I'm going to be asking all the questions that you guys posted in the last Q&A. So some questions based on upgrades of graphic cards, questions on Skylake, and just general stuff like that. So first of all, let's get into it. So first question is from GRAM. Hi, I'm a noob at computers, but do you think upgrading the graphics card by itself is not upgrading any other components of the computer will work if I wanted to run a newer high graphics game? Yes. Many people these days just upgrade the graphics cards, and that is actually what's doing the gaming. It's not a bad idea, and upgrading the GPU itself, will give you more performance, and so that is the cheapest way possible to upgrade your PC to play more of the latest titles. So yes, you can do that. So go buy a new GPU. Next question is from Phantom Gaming. So help, I bought a new computer and it's very quiet. I don't know why. I'm not really sure what you wanted me to say. If it's quiet, that's good. The only thing I could recommend you doing if you are kind of worried that something is wrong with your PC and it's not working properly, download a program called Core Temp and have a look at your CPU temperatures when playing games. If you have like an i7 processor, you should be looking about 50-60 degrees. And if you've got an i5, should be about 40-50 degrees. If it is, typically a little bit hotter than that, then, you might want to look into your BIOS and see if all the fans are actually, connected and turned on. So there we are. So next question is from Mr. Ziggy from Muslim Channel. Hi Dan, what's your microphone you use called? What's the microphone you use called? Yes. This microphone is the Zoom H4n with a custom kind of dead cat windshield on it. So, it kind of stops the wind. So if I kind of blow on it, it's not that bad in terms of, won't make your ears bleed if you're wearing headphones. So there we are. But Zoom H4, pretty nice. And, I did have a Zoom, I think it was the H1. That kind of broke, the power button kind of broke on that, and that's, kind of the button you need to, turn it on. So, I kind of decommissioned that. Bought this Zoom H4n, and to be honest, very nice microphone. The only real complaint I have with it is that it takes quite a while to turn on if you use memory cards above 4 gig. Really don't know why. I'm pretty sure Zoom know why, but, if you guys are watching, make that an improvement if you do make any more of these, microphones. So next question is from Mr. Miek. Hi Dan, I want to upgrade my current GTX 760 with a GTX 970, but I'm not sure if the 970 can fully perform with an i5 4670K and the MSI G43Z87 motherboard. Can you tell me? So an i5 and a 970, yes, that 970 can definitely spread its wings, and you really shouldn't have no issues at all. So grab that card, and you should get a few more frames in games. And you shouldn't really worry about that. And an i5 is enough for gaming. It really is. The only reason I and a lot of other content creators on YouTube have i7s is because the video editing performance, when you compare an i5 to an i7, the i7's like literally twice as fast, and stuff can render twice as fast. But when you're gaming, there's not really a difference between an i5 and an i7. You're probably looking at 2 or 3 FPS. Yes, when you're playing CPU-intensive games like Arma, for example, yes, you will appreciate that extra kind of horsepower, but i7s are well over the £200 mark, so, it is quite a bit to pay. So, there we are. But 970 with i5, that'll work fine. Next question is from Crazy Grasshopper 1234. Hi, do I have to up the voltage when overclocking? Can I do just fine running the CPU on the auto voltage setting? Quite frankly, yes, you can run it on the auto voltage setting. However, you will find that you'll get really high temperatures really, really fast. Just by going up, say 200 megahertz, you realize it'll get really hot. Now, this is because the CPU always requests more voltage than what it really needs, and the reason overclocking does take a long time is because you are typically seeing what is that kind of sweet spot in terms of what voltage you actually need. I am going to be making a video soon on how to actually undervolt your processor when running at stock speeds, because the CPU also requests more voltage even at stock speeds. So that'll be a video, and that'll be me just showing you how to undervolt and checking for stability at the base clock speed. So if you guys are interested in that, there'll be a video on that very soon. So next question is from the official TYSIL. Does anyone know why my i7 4770K crashes with 4.3 GHz and 1.25 volts? Is it because of my motherboard, or does every processor need a unique amount of power? Yes, it does. Every processor is different. A lot of people, call it kind of the silicon lottery. You couldn't get when people say they have a good overclocker and a bad overclocker, typically what that means is that if, say for example, you have a good overclocker in terms of an i7, it's going to be able to reach some higher clock speeds with lesser of a voltage, meaning it's typically easy to get there because you don't need as extreme of cooling. So yes, you do need to probably up your voltage, but as I said, if you are getting quite hot at your 4.3 gigahertz at 1.25 volts, just put it down to 4.2 volts and at 4.2 gigahertz. Sorry, don't put your CPUs past 4 volts. Jesus. Yeah, just maybe put your gigahertz at 4.2 and you should be stable. But yeah, if you are wanting to get 4.3 gigahertz, just up that voltage a little bit more, and yeah, there will be a time where you will be stable. There's nothing typically wrong with your motherboard. But yeah, that's it. Every CPU does need a unique amount of power. Next question is from Mr. AM Films. When is the winner of the giveaway announced? So it had been announced. I have actually sent this off already to, I think it was it Malta? That's the place it got sent off to. Quite a way away. But yeah, I'll have some pictures on the screen. The guy who actually did win that cooler has already installed it. Very quick to install it, and he did send me some photographs. So yeah, they'll be kind of on the screen now for you guys to look at. There we are. And yeah, Dan's Tech in general is at about 12k subs now. So brilliant. Next question is from Goblin. When do you think you will go to something like a 980 Ti / Titan X? Probably never, unless I get one for a review. I personally don't think that a 980 Ti or a Titan X is... I don't think they make any sense in terms of the amount you're paying for the amount of performance you're getting. The 980 to a lot of people will be somewhat worth it, but you are paying a lot more for the Ti to be slapped on the end, and you don't get many more FPS. So to some people it's pretty useless, and you are just wasting money. But back to the question, myself, when I'll go with something like a 980 Ti or a Titan X when I get a review sample, quite frankly, because 2770s on my test bench computer, whatever you want to call it, it's fine. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just how I feel about that. Anyway, our next question is from Tim. When I change my GPU, do I need to change any BIOS? No, you don't. No. So you've mentioned motherboard, your old GPU, and your old GPU. Yeah, when you're changing a GPU, you don't need to do anything to your BIOS. You literally just put your new graphic card in and it works. That's it. That is it. That's all you need to do. You only need to typically change your BIOS or flash your BIOS when there's an update for a BIOS. That's about it. Yeah, I don't know why you think you need to change BIOS. Yeah, maybe someone's just been spreading lies on the internet. That's what typically tends to happen. Anyway, next question is from WTF Bro. Hey Dan, how are you? I've got a question for you regarding the GTX 960. I just bought a 960 4GB around £200, but I'm not sure if I did the right thing, because I could have stuck another 2GB on the card. Oh no, wait a minute. I could have stuck to the 2GB, which you could bought for £120. So my question is, do you think the 4GB is worth paying £40 more? Thanks and have a good day. So you're wanting to know if it's worth paying £40 for another 2GB of VRAM on a 960. For a 960, no, I don't think it's worth it. These 1070s that I have on my machine, back when I bought these, I did have the option, 2GB or 4GB, and I was like, well, let's think, 2014, I'll go with 2GB, and still, to this day, there's me playing Battlefield 4 on Ultra on a 1080p monitor. I have no problems, really. I really don't. The 4GB of VRAM will come in handy when playing at high resolutions, but because the 960 isn't a very high-end card, you won't be really playing at higher than 1080p anyway. So yeah, yeah, I would say that the 2GB 960 makes more sense, but getting the 4GB one won't hurt, and I suppose will allow you to play these games that have kind of higher, higher kind of requirements in terms of how much VRAM that a graphic card needs to have. So yeah, you bought the 4GB version. That's cool. You've got it now, so you can't really do nothing about it. But yeah, just stick with it and just appreciate the fact that if games know how to utilize more than 2 gig of VRAM, you should be happy. That's about it. Anyhow, let's have a look. Yeah, last question is from Kelly Raspin. I have a question for you for the next Q&A. What do you think of Skylake now it's officially out? Personally, I don't think Skylake is that good. Now, there's been a lot of hype over Skylake because, 40 nanometer, the same as Broadwell and everything. But Skylake, for the amount you're paying for, say, the i7 chip, and also the i5 chip, because there's only really one, isn't there, for, there's only really one i7 and one i5 at the moment. I really don't think they're worth it. You're paying a lot more because, you're getting a 14 nanometer chip. Intel claim they've kind of sorted out some of the, heat issues on the chips. But I don't think, in terms of value for money, that you're getting, a lot. And if you are thinking of getting that, say the brand new i7 chip, if I were you, just get a Z97 motherboard and grab an Intel 4790K, because that's around 250 quid, and that's a lot better value. It really, really is. But as I said, it's up to you, but I personally think that Skylake at this current moment isn't very good in terms of price performance, but yet again, it has just come out and it is, brand new. So, brand new things do have, kind of high price tag, so that's probably why it's probably not, the best thing in my head to get at this current moment. There we are. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment and also subscribe. And yeah, if you guys do want any of your questions answering in the next Q&A, typically do one of these once every month. Do post a question in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you guys on my next Q&A hopefully. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Goodbye.